Hello guys, hope you're good. So we are on day 3. So let me just refresh. Okay, here we are. Let me remove some of that fields from the navbar because we are not using all of them. Here we go. Okay, home blog and okay, that's fine. Let me just URL blog app, and I think so that name is index. If we go back home, so let's home, we can use exactly the same out here as well. Here we go. Whenever we are going to click, it will refresh to our home page. Okay guys, so leave this now. Let's start to build something. That's blog. Just a second. Okay, instead of hello world, let's call it Django blog app. Here we go. Okay, so this is fine. Let me move towards our this page and blog app. Let me create div container. We can make margin top 5, so there will be some difference. Div card width is 50% and we can color it bg light. Div card header and name it blog registration or whatever you want to say. Div card body, and here we are going to make our form. Okay, blog registration. Okay, that's fine for this. Okay guys, so let me show you that form. One way is this, or come on, input field and label. For example, we say title. Okay, and insert class form control. So guys, one way is this, to make input fields and to register or to get all the data, and then use your custom queries to store data. But we are not going to do this in this way. Okay, let's go back to our models so that we can just create our blogs, right? models.model. So now let me just so guys, this is our database table for blogs. We can comment it like database table for blogs. Okay, for first field is blog title. Okay, models dot its character field, so we can say its character field. We have to specify max length, and we can limit it to 150 words. After that we can specify verbose name, that means this is the field name that will be shown in our Django admin. And in case you are going to, as we are going to use this in our forms, so it will show us exactly the same name in our HTML files. So we can say blog title. After that we are going to say blog description. For that, models dot character field, and we can specify max length to 2000, verbose, and description. But we are going to create a date and time field created on. Okay, so models dot date time field auto, now it's true, and updated. Guys, it's on you if you want to specify the time and date on which the person is going to register their blog, and the time date on which they are going to update this. It's on you. Okay, so this is it, and there is one more thing. We are going to specify a function in which we are going to pass our blog title, so that we can say it self blog title. Here we go. Okay, so right now we have write down all the things we need in our blog. After that we have to run our migrations, python manage.py, make migrations. So here we have create blog, model blog. Now we have to migrate this into our database, and here we go. And if inside our project blog, and here we go with that. You see created on blog description and title, blog title. Okay, so let me run our server. Okay guys, one step is this, and after that how we are going to store our data into this is first we have to make a model, make a forms file, create a new file. Let me delete this. Inside your blog app, create a new file. New file means forms.py, and inside that we are importing from Django, import forms, and from models.models import blogs, and this blogs is the name of the class we have specified for our database table. So we have imported that. Now we are going to make a form class, blogs form. Okay, so forms dot model form. After that So here we go, we have to specify a class meta, and in which we are going to specify which model is this, that is blogs. After that we have to specify fields, and inside that either we can say all, one way is this, and the other ways are to manually put the names. Okay, so just a second, let me just show you. Now we have to import two things here. From .models import blogs, one is this. From .forms import blog forms. Okay, and this is the layout in which we are going to make our form is equal to blog form, the one we have imported, and we are going to pass this in our template. So let's say this it's form and form. Okay, here we go. After in our template view, we are not going to make this in this way. Instead of that, we have to just render our form. So form dot as p, there are different ways to display your form inside your template, but if you see here we go with that. But the thing is, we are not even neither we are going to use this one, we are using Bootstrap. So first we are going to display our fields. Okay, so and let me just write down first CSRF token. This is needed in case you are going to submit your forms. Method is post, you have to specify this one as well, and div form group, and we can just now form dot blog title dot label. Okay, here we go with the label one, and after that we are going to say our field is blog title. And let me just show you again. Right now we have this one only, but it's not Bootstrap yet. We are going to Bootstrap it as well. Let me just copy this and put this here, so that will be much faster. Blog description, label. Okay, here we go. And after that we have to put your form group submit button input, submit, and class name button. Here we go. Okay, so you see this button is Bootstrap, but our fields are not yet Bootstrap. So for that what we have to do is we have to just go inside our forms file, and here we have to specify widgets. Okay, so first name is blog title. For that, forms dot text input, the first field is text input, and now we have to specify attributes. In attributes we are specifying our class name is form group, form control. Here we go with that, and let me show you now this is bootstrap. Even we can specify other things as well. If you want to make your own id names and anything else, you can specify that, but right now we are going to use our placeholder. Blog title, here we go, and we are going to copy this exact and put this for description. Let me just copy this, and but one thing we are going to change is text area. Instead of text input, we are specifying text area, and inside that we can specify that rows number, and we can say rows number are 4, and columns, either even you can specify the columns instead of this blog title, blog description. Okay, let me refresh. So description, invalid syntax where we have some issues. Okay, we have to just put, here we go. You see, now it's bootstrap, and we have a big field to input description for our blogs. So right now we are getting these details. Let me just go back to our views so we can check either we are getting the data from our form or not. So when we are going to submit our form, we have to specify if request method is equal to post. So what we can do is form is equal to blog forms and request dot post. We are getting data, and let me just print this straightforward form dot data and return it first, and return redirect, and we are redirecting our page to client, sorry, it's blog app, and redirecting to our blog page. Okay, so right now we are just getting data and printing it out in console. Let's see if we are getting any data from our form. Let me refresh. Okay, blog title 1, for example, blog 1, and blog 1 description. Okay, so now we can check. Okay, you see here we have CSRF token as well. Blog title is blog 1, description is description 1. So that means we are getting our data. Now we have to validate our form. So for that we can say if form is we are now validating and submitting this form into our database so we can have our records. So now if form is valid, this will check if we are getting required data in our forms. So after that we can save this. Here we go, and now we have to just save and return back to our page. So let me just call it we can use making queries. Oh my goodness, we don't need this. Let me just get something documentation, and we can copy a bit of information from here. Hell is going. Submit. Okay, so that means we have submitted our information, and now we can check our database table, and here we go with the details. You see we have added our date and time as well. So this is the easiest and better approach. The reason is why we have used form is they will check and validate our data as well. Like if you come back in our models, we have specified that we need 150 characters. Okay, max length is 150 and 2000 max length for description. So this is better, and either you can make more validations inside this form. So this is the way how we can use our model forms. Now we are going to make a new page in where we are going to display our data.